That was the wrong button. What the heck? Oh, it's this one.
Hey gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk, a discussion about all things automotive. I'm Cory.
And I'm Matt, and each week this podcast will serve as a catalyst for discussion on all sorts of topics that rev our engines, grind our gears. I got it backwards.
Yeah.
You got me all messed up on that stupid lightning. Sometimes things don't need extra conversation, Cory. Just leave it there.
Is it the fact that I got you all goofed up talking about the Ford Lightning, or is it the fact that you're over there drooling over vehicles as we speak? Because I feel like that was more...
It's a bit of a strange, twisted combination.
Yeah. So this week, our extra bit of conversation here with you, our listeners on Garage Talk, is about if you were handed a blank check for X number of dollars,
Yep.
what would you be shopping for? And I'm going to throw this twist on it because
Oh, boy.
you presented this idea for an episode to me, and I'm just going to put just a little bit of my own stank on it. How are you shopping?
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, you're rolling your eyes over there.
I can do that.
Because you and I seem to have different methods of shopping for cheap rigs, mostly because your method has let me down a couple of times, and
What?
it just aggravates me. And
What?
Okay, so...
Explain yourself.
Well, first, how would you shop for a cheap rig of $1,000, $5,000, or like what is your go-to method for car vehicle searches?
It depends on the price range for a couple of reasons, and it depends on what I'm looking for.
Right.
If it's something fairly common, like Facebook Marketplace has increased their radius to 500 miles, which I love.
Okay.
Because now I'm pulling rigs still out of Texas going west. But going east, I'm getting stuff almost out of Georgia and on up, like, good grief, South Carolina, Tennessee. It's a big window of cars that I'm pulling from now. So if there's something that is fairly specific that I'm after, or a specific trim on an era of vehicle that I'm after, I can kind of drill down a little bit with that radius and be able to find some fairly decent. I've been shopping for an Excursion for a while.
Yes, you have.
And I've found a handful, but I want two-wheel drive. I want a limited. I want a bench seat in the third row. I want leather. I want, did I say two-wheel drive? And then I want the 6.8 V10. I don't want the diesel.
Thirsty sucker.
Because they're stupid expensive.
Yeah.
And I don't want the 5.4 because 5.4.
Yeah.
It is a 2-valve up until 2004. And the V10, the V10 is also 2-valve up until 2005, and then it switches over to 3-valve. So I don't want anything later than. So I'm 2000 to 2004 is kind of that sweet spot.
I know someone who's got a sage green Eddie Bauer that I can talk to and see if she's interested in parting ways with it.
Is it a V10?
I have no idea.
Is it two-wheel drive?
I don't even know if I've got pictures of it.
Is it two-tone, green and tan on the bottom?
Eddie Bauer, so yeah.
Oh, Eddie Bauer.
Yeah. I'll do some snooping around.
So really, it depends on you getting me off. No,
okay. My rant for this week was, yes, Facebook Marketplace. I know you and I have had many discussions about buying vehicles, and it seems like 9 times out of 10, you bring up shopping on Facebook Marketplace. My go-to has traditionally been Auto Trader.
Okay.
I love their search and their filters, and you can save searches and all that.
You can go nationwide.
Yeah. So really like Auto Trader for its user friendliness. So I went to Facebook Marketplace. You and I are scheming up an idea. It's brewing.
Right.
Nothing set in stone.
I haven't cleared it with the wife yet, so it's really fleeting.
Yeah. It's just this thing that we're nurturing. So you and I are looking at value-priced rigs for a potential thing, and we'll just leave it at that. Sorry to be vague, but so I thought, okay, I'm gonna take Matt's advice. He's always talking about Facebook Marketplace. I go, I do a search, put in this very low number for top price, And yeah, I'm getting all these awesome rigs
Yeah.
that I'm like, how in the world are they selling it for that? And I have come to the conclusion after clicking around and doing my research, these sneaky suckers,
Yep.
they're dealerships,
Yep.
which ticks me off in the first place because they should know better.
Agreed.
They are dealerships putting down the down payment as the purchase price on Facebook Marketplace. And I'm like, you sneaky suckers.
Yep.
Because you should not be able to do that. Because if you are truly trying to get people to purchase a 2015 Acura or a 2018 Audi SUV, they ain't buying it for $1,500.
No.
I'm sorry. And you get them in there. You get someone in there that's looking to spend $1,500 looking at a vehicle way out of their price range that has a $1,500 down payment.
You're wasting people's time.
Yeah, you're wasting
That's what it boils down to.
everyone's time. And the more I scrolled, I was like, it's the same two dealerships
Yeah.
with their entire lot. And they had two different down payments. One was $500 and one was $1,000.
Yep.
And it was drive off the lot with this down payment. I'm like, yeah, but that ain't the purchase price. Put the dang purchase price. And because Facebook Marketplace isn't really that regulated when it comes to that, like there's nobody watching out for that. And that's my biggest rant is I'm like, you're wasting all my time. I'm scrolling through all these cars and nothing.
So
nothing. Nothing.
I will agree with you. It is incredibly irritating. Facebook is only slightly better than Craigslist.
Yeah.
Craigslist has tried to help some of that by charging for their ads, but that also means that Craigslist now has dropped off the radar for anybody who's selling anything less than like $5,000.
Yeah.
Because why would you pay $25 or $50, whatever
You're
it is?
just cutting into your profit.
Right, exactly. So you're trying to dump a Honda Civic for $1,500 bucks. Why am I spending?
Went to Craigslist.
Well, and it that too. Everybody's made the shift to Facebook Marketplace, including the dealers who like to put in that swindled little. So
that's so annoying.
Two things.
I wish I could strangle the people who. No, I'm just kidding.
Just kidding.
Stern talking to.
Two things that I and it still bites me every once in a while. I'll still click on one that like, ooh, okay, all right, because it's close enough to be in a really good deal.
Yeah.
And not so out of the park. But two things I do to help avoid that. One is I put a range of price. So if I have, for instance, I have a $3,000 budget.
Yeah.
I'm putting in.
Theoretically, right? You're not shopping for real?
No, I'm not. No.
Just making sure. Emily, I got your back.
I'm putting in $1,500, maybe even $1,000 on the bottom end, or like a $900 or $1,200, like whatever my range is on the bottom. Yeah. I'm not going to stick at that whole dollar amount. I'm gonna undercut it or overcut it one way or the other. Same on the top end. I may go as high as $5,000, just so I catch those $4,200 and $4,500 that I could talk down a little bit. If I've got some wiggle room, that type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'll box in the high end and the low end of what I'm looking for. And then, if you're scrolling through there and there's a 2017 Chevy Suburban LTZ for $5,000, guess what? No such thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist.
They just want you to come home.
They want you to click.
They want to get your email
They want
address.
you to call. Exactly.
They want to get their claws in you so they can.
So that's the other thing that I do. If it seems too good to be true, I pass it right along. Just because it's not worth my time to click on every one of those, and that's what they're doing. They're getting clicks. They're looking for that.
Like seriously though, like the return on the investment that you're putting into by putting such a misleading claim on there.
Right.
Like I said, if someone is legit shopping for something in the $500 to $1,000 range because that's what they can afford, you are absolutely wasting your time even getting their attention.
Yep.
There is no way, there is nothing that you can do with your 2015 and newer vehicles on the lot to appease that customer.
No.
Can't be done.
Yep.
Cannot be done. And it's annoying and frustrating. And why?
So
Yeah, that's my rant.
So, with that being said,
The real heart of this issue is some different price points. What are we buying?
let's give so.
Are we going to do some real live on the fly shopping here, or are we just going to say generalities?
Well, we could say yes to. I mean, we could do both. Really, just kind of leave it open ended. So I'm going to put in here.
We'll see how quick we can do some shopping live here online.
All right. That's what I wanted.
How did I even? Okay, I've never even been to Marketplace on my desktop. I'm old, Matt. Where's the button?
There are. Well, and I've mentioned that before too. There are features on the desktop version that I like better.
Yeah.
There are features on the app that I like better, and it just depends on what I'm looking for. That's the big thing. What am I looking for?
Mm-hmm.
And what kind of drilling down I want to do. All right. So first range of price. And I'll say we can go 15% over.
Oh, you're making me do math now.
Okay. The first one's an easy number. Okay. 10 grand.
Oh.
So shopping for 10 grand, you get a 15% window.
Mm-hmm.
So no less than 8,500, no more than 11,500.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What are you buying? And how far are you willing to drive to get it?
4th gen Camaro, anywhere in the country.
4th gen Camaro.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. That would be a 2000. No, that would be a 98.
Honestly, well, it would be a 93 to 2002. But my favorite of the generation was 98 to 02. That's where, like, hook, line, and sinker, I fell in love as a high school. Well, even before high school. Shoot, what am I talking about? As a 10-year-old, I fell in love with a 96.
So 2002 on the top end.
Mm-hmm.
A 98.
Oh, you're doing some live searching right now.
I'm looking right now.
My goodness.
Camaro.
Yeah. Oh, what? While we're on this topic, people. Learn to spell Camaro. Camaro. There's no E in there. Please.
That's fantastic.
For the love. The one that gets me is when dealers or people trying to even sell them outright personally misspell it. I'm like, it's plastered all over the car. I know it's on the dash. I know it's on the trunk. Like, come on, people. Come on. Spell it right. Camaro. Ain't that hard. You find anything? How far am I driving?
Nothing's jumping out at me necessarily. No. So and I'm on Facebook, so there's the window is limited.
I will say I'm going to pull up Auto Trader since that's my go-to.
Yeah.
And we are going to do Chevrolet.
This is probably a V6.
No. Okay. LS swap it.
Well, it was a 14. So
yeah.
Let's see. Let's just. All right. What have we got here?
All right.
2002.
So I want to go any distance, and I want to go minimum year.
Ooh.
See, you're finding some good stuff.
All right. 2002 Chevy Camaro. 410 gears. LS7 clutch. So
price?
It's a manual.
Oh, shut up. Here's a 30th anniversary Z28 for $7,500. Boom. Oh, but I can't go that low. I'm spending the rest on fixing any problems that are on it because you gotta stay in that window. A 97 Camaro's got some problems.
It absolutely would. All right. I think you would enjoy this one though. All right.
Here's an interesting, before we go too far away from it, right on top of one another, there's two 97 Camaro Z28 coupes. They're both anniversary, so they're white with the hugger orange stripes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
One is $7,500. The other is $24,995.
Wow.
Yeah. So obviously one is in good condition and one is probably...
One is not. Yeah.
So see, I would need the rest of that money to fix this guy up.
All right. This one's silver. That's probably the only thing I don't like about it.
Silver should not be offered as... Oh, okay. They put a big subwoofer in the back. What else did they do to this? Borla exhaust sticker. K&N.
Bored exhaust sticker.
I'm looking under the hood, and that's where they stuck the Borla exhaust sticker and the K&N, but I do not see. I see the. Where is the air filter in the? Okay, because yeah. Oh, all right. And it's an auto. Bless its heart. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it all better right here.
Okay.
2002 manual.
Okay.
It's got 99,000 miles on it.
It's okay.
Original engine.
All right.
Sparco seats. 410 gears.
Interesting.
LS7 clutch.
Okay.
799 ported heads by Reaper Induction. LS6 ported intake by Reaper Induction.
My goodness.
Pace setter headers. Lots of suspension mods. And have a video of vehicle running. No low ballers.
How much?
9,500.
All right, there you go.
Right in the money.
I am not disliking this $24,000 version. The only thing I dislike about it is the price, but it is definitely kept up, and there is a reason why it's $25,000.
Right.
And
the other one is not.
Yes. I will say though, I've found 02. So what would that be? 35th anniversary Camaros, which again, last year they made them before discontinuing them. So more power, a little bit better looks. It's got the same interior, but better exterior. I will say I like the white and orange combo better on the 30th anniversary than the red and silver on the 35th. But I've found 35th anniversaries for anywhere from 20 to 22. So I would say this one is overpriced.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically anything around 10 to 25,000, I'm shopping for a Camaro that my wife won't let me have.
Right.
That's my answer. That's standard final answer. That's what I want. I want to relive what I never got as a teenager.
Oh, okay.
I might even grow a mullet.
I don't know what to do.
That was a joke, Matt. I hope.
Okay. I almost found a car for my wife that I was going to have to tell her about.
Yeah.
I lucked out though because it's a manual. Which for me would mean I would be okay driving it. 2010, so it's the first year of this body style.
Okay. Ford
Mustang GT.
Okay.
The unfortunate part being this the 4.6 and not the 5.0 because it's the 2010. Mileage 170,000 miles, so it's a little rich on miles, but it's a GT. It's the huge selling point for me. It's grabber blue. I love that color. $8,700 on that one. That's a bargain.
So yeah, I'm finding on Auto Trader several examples. Ooh, a convertible. Never considered. Okay. Really, I'd prefer the T-tops, but I think Tucker would like a convertible. He now recognizes convertibles driving around town, and he'll call them out. So
nice.
It'd be really interesting to see how he handles. But I'm seeing several. Here's another 30th anniversary, and it's a convertible. It doesn't have the white wheels though, but does it have the white leather interior? Does look like it. Okay, I think I found it. Yep, it's an auto, so that's not great, but the wife could drive it even though she never would. Where am I driving to pick this sucker up? Where is... Oh, Illinois. Plano, Illinois.
Oh, that ain't bad.
Yeah. I wonder...
I have looked at this specific truck so many times, and I think there's something wrong with it because it's got a California lean.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if they've dropped it in the rear on purpose or what. It looks goofy. It looks like it looks like it's got blown airbags and it's sitting on the bump stops. That's what it looks like. But it would be worth going to look at. It's in Mountain View, Arkansas.
Okay. That'd be a fun little drive.
I might surprise you with this one, Corey,
Okay.
because it's GM.
Is it Colorado?
It's LS2 powered.
Okay. You have my attention. What is it?
It is a 2007
Okay.
Chevy Trailblazer SS.
Yes.
143,000 miles, 6-liter, rear-wheel drive,
Mm-hmm.
99.99.
Squeaking in on that budget.
Yep.
All right. All right.
I have searched for Blazers, Trailblazer SSs specifically
Yeah.
quite a bit recently.
Yeah.
And that was a part of the generation, part of my
You want
brain
something.
whirling.
You want something that'll haul your family.
Yes.
Essentially.
Yes.
May I remind you, Durango Hellcat?
Okay. May I remind you,
100,000
10
and they're
grand,
already sold out.
Yeah, 10 grand and attainable, $100,000 and there are no more.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right. So I think
have we exacerbated?
we've probably yeah. Be careful there. We may have
exhausted. Oh, there we go. That's a nicer way of saying it.
This price range.
Okay.
How ambitious are we going to go with our price range brackets? Because you start giving me big checks, and I've got some fun things.
Okay, so for me, a part of this process is that these are vehicles that I could actually purchase. I don't like looking for things that I know I'll never get.
See, I'm the complete opposite. I like to dream and wish and torture myself.
Right. Well, and when it comes
Need I
to
remind
that,
you, Hellcat Durango?
Right, exactly. But when it comes to that,
Hold on, let me put on my hat.
I'll go build and price
Yeah.
whatever I want to build and price that day. Today I built a Mach 1
Okay.
with the performance pack
Yeah.
and the handling pack
Yeah.
in grabber yellow.
You're coming fresh off editing that Mustang GT500 video. I see what hat you're wearing right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I also built a Challenger
Scat Pack.
Scat Pack 392 wide body
Yeah.
in Smoke Show.
Yeah.
It's such a
Give a
sexy
medal
color.
to whoever named that color and came up with that exact hue.
With the crimson Napa leather
Yes.
upholstery on the
Yes.
inside, because that set it off.
Mm-hmm.
Like that color draws you in, and then you open the door and you're blown away by that contrast. It's
We
beautiful.
have something very similar with that Kia K5 GT line that
Yes.
we drove in the wolf gray
Wolf
with
gray.
the red Syntex seating inside. Yeah. So I'm all about that flat gray exterior color with a red look at me interior.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I
Yep.
will take two, my friend.
Thank you. Can I have another?
Yeah, and see, so to that point, that is a little bit of a problem I have as we start, bumping up the numbers. You and I have had the conversation many times. If given a check for, I'll say something, quote unquote, reasonable, $15,000.
Okay.
You are buying $35,000 rigs. I'm buying one $15,000.
Well, I might actually buy five $3,000 rigs. I mean, depending on the mood and what I'm coming up with, it's not going to be one vehicle.
Right. Or I'm saving my $15,000 and I'm putting it as a down payment on something even more expensive. And that's kind of the fun dichotomy between the two of us. Is that the right word? I don't know. I used it anyway. But that is the interesting yin and yang
All right.
of the two of us, because you are more, you see the potential in something and you want to start and you want to build.
Right.
Whereas I want something that I can buy that's awesome as is.
And it works.
And it works and has a warranty. Need I remind you last week, and my dear Rosita, my first car that was breaking down every other month.
Yeah.
She initiated me into this constantly having to take my car into the shop thing that I never wanted again. So, yeah. Anyway, yes. I want something that works, that is awesome as is, that I can enhance, because that's more my skill set. Bolting on certain parts and not like building or going as crazy as buying a Smith Ute kit for my Subi.
Okay. All right.
Did they make one for a 2013 Chevy Cruze Eco?
Not yet. Not yet. There are a bunch of those cars out there, though.
The deeper I get into the subculture of that particular model of Cruze, it's actually a somewhat desirable car for what it is. Like it's got a little bit of a following that I was unaware of when I purchased it. I just wanted it for the fuel economy.
I'm still waiting on you to lower it.
I have been thoroughly impressed with just it's a fun car to drive. I've told you that I don't know how many times. I'm like, I really enjoy driving this car. And it's been a while since I've taken it to, our testing driving roads.
Yeah. We need to do that for the Campero.
We need to save those reviews of our own personal rigs until we hit some milestone subscriber counts.
Oh, okay. All right.
I've determined that in my brain, and I'm sharing that with you here on air now. So, yeah. If you haven't already, go find us on YouTube, subscribe, help us get that subscriber count up. And I haven't come up with a number. 5,000? 10,000? Where's the threshold? Where do we get paid? Is it 10,000 or is it 1,000? I can't remember.
Kind of a big deal. Yeah.
That'll be the number.
That's probably a good number. All right. So you pick a number.
Okay. So we just did 10,000, right?
Right. We did 10. You're talking about,
Let's roll it back a little and challenge myself because I already told you that anything from the 10 to 25, I'm searching for a 4th gen Camaro with a V8.
Okay.
Just because I want to recapture something I never got. When I was younger. So I'm going to say, just for fun, 5G. 5 grand.
2000 to 2004 Ford Excursion with a 6.8.
Yeah, that one
drive.
locked and loaded.
Yeah, that's where I'm going with that one.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Again, this is where I don't want to spend too much time Googling stuff and searching on Auto Trader on air. I want to speak more maybe generalities.
Okay.
I'm thinking maybe S10. Something fun like that.
Oh, dude, you can get a heck of an S10 for $5,000.
Yeah,
you can get a heck of an S10 for $2,500.
But I'm thinking the last gen before they killed them off and turned it into the Colorado with the straight 5 under the hood and all that. The 90s era.
Right.
You're going to find a lot of similarities in a lot of my answers as we start talking cars of yesteryear that we would purchase for these mounts because I don't know. It's the era of vehicle that I fell in love with. It's around the era that I really started digging into cars. So there's just a special place for 90s era Chevy, especially. I cannot tell you how many brochures I went and procured from King Chevrolet on every different model that they offered. I had Monte Carlos, I had Camaros, I had S10s, I had Silverados, I had Trailblazers, I had Blazers, I had,
I think I actually found one earlier today. You said $5,000, right?
Yeah.
So I'm either going to get the Excursion or I'm going to get that Magnum in Round Rock. But talking of the S10, I found one earlier today. It's a crew cab 4-wheel drive S10 with the 4.3 and automatic. That would be.
So I just changed. I didn't change the price. I didn't change anything but the vehicle. So for $11,500, there's a used 2001 S10 2-wheel drive extended cab. Do you remember the Extreme package?
Yes.
With lowering kit and
somebody
body
wants
kit.
$11,000 for that.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Send me that link so I can make fun of him.
Open link in a new tab, and I will send you that before we leave. All right. So what did I say? I'm going to do 4,500 to 5,500.
Oh, okay. All right. Dialing it in here a little bit.
See what I come up with. Oh, Steelies. I'm seeing lots of Steelies. Oh, here's a regular cab with a bed cap on it. Newly listed.
2006 Ford F-150, Corey.
No.
$4,900.
No.
Oh.
I don't know why all S10s were pewter. Is it just me or were all S10s pewter?
I need to go buy this truck.
Oh, dear. This was a bad experiment.
This is a wonderful experiment.
Yeah, I'm thinking S10 for the $5,000 price range.
I'm gonna blow your S10 out of the water.
Okay.
1997 Chevrolet 3500 dually 4x4
Goodness gracious.
454
Oh.
with less than 6,000 miles on it. Reverse went out. The motor has less than 6,000 miles on it.
I was going to say, something doesn't sound right here.
Has new tow mirrors, new plugs and wires, new oil and fluids.
You don't need to go backwards, right? In a truck that big, you just run over whatever's in front of you.
It's a crew cab, long bed, 1 ton, 4-wheel drive with the 454.
You're smitten at this point. Yeah.
$4,500. That is a steal.
Yeah.
A steal. Where's Plainview, Texas?
Well, it can't be too far. Well, it is Texas, so that it can.
I'm saving that one too.
This S10 for 11.5 has crank windows. And they replaced the center part of the dash with white plastic. It looks awful.
That's terrible.
It's a gray cloth interior, but yeah, no.
2006 Volkswagen GTI.
I'm surprised VW hasn't come up on this list earlier than just now.
Well, that's because there's nothing really great in those price ranges.
Yeah. Well,
that's the Mark V, or
yeah.
I think that's the Mark V, which is probably one of my least favorite noses on the GTIs.
Was that the one with the big bubbly eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like those either.
2003 GMC Sonoma stepside single cab in yellow. It's not pewter.
Uh-huh.
It's only got 58,000 miles on it, Corey. Holy smokes.
I bet our listeners are just loving this episode.
I'm enjoying the snot out of it. I don't know how much anybody else is, but it's fun for me.
What are the odds that these listings are still going to be available at the time this episode goes live?
It's kind of funny.
This S10 will probably still be listed.
That one, yes, at $11,000, that one will definitely still be listed.
For those that we have saved, we will put links in the show notes just so you can enjoy them with us, I guess. But
Enjoy
they didn't even get
people.
Great pictures. Like the first picture you get of it is a front 3/4, but they cut off most of the nose. Like
I
the
hate
picture,
it when they do that.
the picture starts over the front tire.
Ugh.
Yeah, I sent you a link on Facebook Messenger.
Ugh.
So enjoy.
Ugh. That's why I don't go to Auto Trader.
Because you get people like that think that thing is truly worth 11.5.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's good and there's bad with each. Oh dear. The look on your face.
Just kidding.
Whew.
Okay.
Whew. Emily, I'm sorry for this episode. He's going to come back home shopping tonight.
No, I thought it was a coupe, and it's a convertible, so we're okay. We're good.
So, okay, Cooper convertible.
For me, coupe.
You know, T-top or coupe. Or in some instances, Targa or coupe.
Yeah, I mean the Targa is fun. I mean I like a sunroof well enough that I'd be happy with that.
So, my preference would be a removable roof of some sort other than convertible, then sunroof, then convertible, then just plain out hardtop, whatever. So, in the instance of C8 Corvette, I don't know that I would ever check the box for a convertible because you're really not getting that much more and you can't see the engine anymore.
Yeah.
Because the removable roof panel is about all you get from the convertible. It's about the same there. And man, when I tell you I wanted T-tops on my 4th gen Camaro, I wanted T-tops on my 4th gen Camaro. Dang it.
Right.
So, yes, me and T-tops. I want a vehicle with T-tops at some point in my life. And it will be a Camaro. Or maybe a Firebird, but more likely a Camaro. And it will be stored at our shop, wherever it is when we get one.
Yep.
Because we've already established it cannot come home. Cameron number 2. I guess I got to come up with a new name for her. Because I always wanted to name my Camaro Cameron. I've had one. I named her Cameron.
Right.
It would be weird to have another one and also name her Cameron.
I
Would it
think
not?
it's weird that you named it Cameron, but, you know.
I was a 10-year-old when I came up with this, okay? And I kept it for, gosh, how old was I? 25, 15 years. I had a lot of time to come up with something better, and I didn't.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
Send us out on this topic on this one.
This one's going to throw you off big time.
Oh my
2022.
Wait, what price range are we at here?
This is the 55 to 45 range.
2022?
2022.
So, like, new.
Yeah. Aluma single heavy axle utility trailer.
Okay. See, yeah.
It's a car hauler, and it's spectacular. It's
I don't
really
think
pretty.
that falls within the purview of this competition.
It is only rated at 5,200 pounds. You could get one better, but it is a pretty
I
trailer.
was like, wow, you really threw me off with a 2022. I'm like, Kia Rio?
You're welcome. No,
Yeah.
no.
Do you remember when they've since become Pelche Kia here in Tyler and under new management and definitely better management now, so we've got good friends over there. If you're in the market in the East Texas area for a new Kia, head on over to Pelche Kia. But prior to it being Pelche Kia, it was of another company's ownership, and there was a point in time where they were doing buy a Kia, get a Kia. You buy pretty much any Kia on the lot that wasn't a Rio, and they'd give you a Rio. Like, that was something.
Yep.
The fact that you could buy a car and get a car, which would have been a spectacular deal on multiple counts. If you had a kid that needed a first car,
Yeah.
awesome deal. If you wanted to turn around and sell it, I paid nothing for this. Let's turn around and sell it and get something out of it.
Yeah, the $2,500 that it was worth, and you can pay the taxes on that car and the one that you, yeah. Too much fun. Cory, I'm pretty sure I could do this all night.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could, and I'm pretty sure you're probably going to go home and do this all night. So we've only just, there's so many euphemisms I almost just used, but we've only
we have perpetuated the problem.
Okay, that's better than where I was going. But yes, we've perpetuated the problem by actually recording an episode and giving you quote unquote legit reason to search. But so
if this is a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad idea for an episode, leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment
so that we know never to do this again.
Yeah, womp womp. Yeah. Or
if this is the best ever episode of GT Garage Talk you've ever heard, you need to go listen to more episodes of GT Garage Talk.
Good point. But to be fair, how many of you actually do this? How many of you just play with different price ranges or have been shopping in a certain price range and are just waiting for that special vehicle? You maybe you're not brand biased. Like both of us have some pretty strong brand biases, but could be overlooked. Obviously, everything I mentioned today was Chevrolet, but I could be swayed if given certain price limitations and things of that nature.
Well, and it's intriguing to me too because, and this was kind of the punchline for me for this episode, and that's, it is amazing me some of the cars that are falling into these reasonable price ranges. Good grief, a Trailblazer SS, a 10,000, like 10,000 is a lot of money, but for people who can't afford to buy their college student a brand new car to go off to college in,
right?
That would be an epic first car. That would be incredible.
Yes, and depending on the demeanor of the one receiving that car.
Well, sure, but I mean,
I'm thinking if my parents had given my brother that, something along those lines, yeah, that would not have ended well. Now, again, goody two shoes me. If they had given it to me, I may have had 1 or 2 speeding tickets, but
Right.
I would have learned pretty quickly not to do that, or maybe better yet, where
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
that. I still. But in the back of my mind, I would always have that voice saying, "You're gonna get caught." You're gonna get
or
caught."
how about this LS powered vehicle in the $10,000 price range? Pontiac G8 GT.
Yep. So that car did not get the respect it deserved.
I would, well, okay. All of the coating on all of the buttons in the center stack is gone now.
Well,
So if you know what buttons do what, then you're golden.
Yeah.
But I
That's
mean,
Hallmark
they're,
GM interior, but
yeah.
I've seen Mercedes do that too. So
I know it's a high traffic area, but
yeah.
it just it genuinely blows me away. I mean, for somebody like me who's looking for a third vehicle, something I have a car that I get back and forth to work in. We have the SUV that we travel in. I need a truck. Well, I don't need a truck. I would like to have a truck. Let me phrase it that
There
way.
you go.
And if it can be dual purpose, like an excursion where I can travel with the family in it as well, then that frees up that opportunity to have something else fun or something else different or whatever. And so there's some price points here that if you're willing to shop around a little bit, you can really come up with some awesome opportunities, some enthusiast rigs. I mean, for me, that's what I'm looking for.
The thing that really got me from this question that you posed to me is how far are you driving for it? And I'd say that's almost part of the adventure because
Absolutely.
in my search for my 35th anniversary Camaro that I'm going to get someday, I found some beautiful examples as close as Dallas and as far away as probably Michigan. I don't know. But I'm like, for a certain vehicle, I'd make the trip. And that's part of the journey of ownership of it. It would be very exciting to get that. So that was very interesting to me.
My dad and I, well, probably me a little more than my dad does, but want to roadkill a bug. From one coast to the other, whether it's Florida down in the Panhandle or California somewhere, back to Texas, and it would be buying a couple plane tickets, buying a cheap set of tools at the AutoZone when you get to town, and driving the thing home.
Not sponsored. All right,
wherever.
So that really leads us to you, our listeners. Do you do this in your spare time? What budgets are you looking at? What diamond in the roughs have you found when searching through? Have you actually pulled the trigger? Have you not and watched it get away from you? Are there other areas in which you are searching? Are you looking on eBay Motors? Are you looking on cars.com? Are you Car Gurus? How many different
Carvana,
There are so many. I've got accounts on several that I just, for fun, I find what I can. And what are you looking for? What have you found? Are you on Cars and Bids? Are you watching the auctions of some of these high-profile enthusiast rigs of the modern era, as Doug DeMuro puts it? But we just want to hear back from you. What are you searching for? What price ranges are you looking at? And
I hit the wrong button again.
yeah, you did. They're all labeled over there for you. But
but I have to have that screen up in order for it to.
I am quite funny, so
Oh my goodness!
But just let us know down in the comments. What are you searching for? Where are you searching? How far are you driving to get a certain rig? But for more things, your one-stop shop for all things GT Garage Shock, GTGarageShock.com. Let us know what you're looking for. Until next time, bye.